Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Where today we're going to be looking at a updraft carburetor. Now, I have already taken this apart. I took it apart yesterday and cleaned it. Well, cleaned it somewhat, oiled it. Got oil everywhere on the inside. And yeah, so what you want to do when you're taking apart a carburetor is you want to do X pattern. You do not want to do across and across from each other. Sweet, now I got that pulled off. Pull these 4 screws out. I'm just going to drop them through. That one will cooperate. Thank you. Do not lose your little washer on the screw. See the little washer? Do not lose those. You will not have a happy time if you do. Now everything is all oiled. I'm going to pop this pin out of the float so I can get a better demonstration. And I can pull this gasket off. Actually, that needs to be popped off first. Oh, and I broke the gasket. And we won't be reusing that anytime soon. So this gasket, I'm going to just throw away because I don't need it. Now, we got oil and everything. Now, what happens is, if I grab this, so right here, fuel goes in here, goes into here, and then goes into this passage here, and goes into here, and it goes down into this thing called a jet. Now, this is your main jet. And then when the floats drop down, that pin drops down with those. Don't fall. And what that does is allows fuel into the bowl. Now there's a passage right down in here. It's actually very plugged with sediment, but right there is a passage right here. If you can see, right there is a passage that goes into these and into those. Now after it goes into here, it goes in here, and these are in it. Passes through, and fuel goes into these jets. These are also jets, and they flow fuel into here. Air comes in here from your air intake, goes into here, goes through here, and up, because the intake is up here, and it goes up into here, into the intake, into the motor, and the motor does the boom boom stuff. Now, a couple quick tips. This is called your seat. Now your seat just houses your so all the seat does is house your jet, your needle. It's actually a needle, not a jet. And it just allows fuel into the bowls. And then right here is where those go, and right here it just goes straight up through here into your exhaust from here. Now this right here, oops, wrong way, that goes on there, and that spins around. It goes on just like that. Now what that does is right in there is that piece, and that just directs the air up here instead of into the bowl and back into the bowl. That's all that really does. So that's all that does. And right here is where you can tighten it, where you can tighten that to allow more air. You can back that off. You can back that off to let less air in, so you can have a lower or higher idle. Now, where is it at? Here, where'd it go? Right here is the same thing. Turn it in. Turn this screw right here. Turn it in to have a lower idle. Turn it out to have a higher idle. Now, that's basically your rundown of your carburetor. Now, fuel bowl drain, valleys and passageways. Right here is your choke to cut off air. Now, that piece right there, that has a little screw and a spring on the back. Now, what that does is when you have full choke, that opens up because it's pulling in air, and that opens up so it allows air without you having to move the choke when the motor is sucking air. But putting it back together is the same thing. Just grab the needle, or grab the needle, the real needle, put the pin through the hole, that through that, put that in there, put that over that, and you just slide these screws in here. But just like that, short video of how to put the basics of a updraft carburetor. Now, you might be wondering why I set this rag down. That's to dampen the noise when I drop stuff. That's all that does. So, if you guys enjoyed this short little video, please leave a like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Helps me grow and become bigger YouTube channel. And yeah, so God bless. And I'm gonna get this put together. And yeah, so God bless. Have a great one.